This is my camellia bush. Look at that thing. It's just crazy with blossoms. Absolutely crazy. Well, that was a different intro, wasn't it? To look at my camellias. So, I haven't done too much gardening lately. I really need to go out and prune the persimmon tree before it starts blossoming and all that good stuff. But I don't feel like doing it today. Anyhow, what have I been up to with crochet? Well, I'm working on this Jada panels. I call them panels until I get the appliques done. So I have one finished. Well, actually, of the 3 that I'm doing, I have 2 of these panels done, and they fit perfectly inside a hefty jumbo bag. Until you put the appliques and the border on, then they don't fit anymore. But when I'm working on them, when I have the panel finished, it goes in a bag, and then as I'm working on appliques, I put them in the bag unsewn until I'm just ready to work on them. So I have the 3rd of them. I'm in the sky part. As you can see, I'm still still attached here to the yarn. I should have this finished by today. So, working on that. Then I have, excuse me. Then I have these granny squares that I'm always working on. Now, I showed the blanket that I made recently. I'll put another picture of it right here. And my friend came and picked it up to distribute it, but she's not taking it to the convalescent home. She's taking it to the hospital because a friend of hers was in a head-on collision, and he's in a, well, he's not in a coma anymore, but he's got a very long road to recovery because he's in the halo, and you know, he broke his neck, and he's I don't know if how paralyzed he is, but and I am not 100% sure the hospital will let him have that blanket in the hospital. So it may be coming back to me, I don't know. Or it may go to, when he gets moved to a rehab center, which is going to be a long time, it may go to the rehab center. We'll see. Anyhow, so I have been working on those granny squares, and so I'm working on, because I have more blankets to make, and those I'm just making for friends. I have, I think, up to 4. So 3 Jada blankets and 4 regular Afghans that are probably just going to be granny square Afghans. Yeah, so then I'll probably be like done with the Afghans for a while. Anyhow, so this is what I'm working on now. These squares, and they're all double strand, and I'm using this Never Enough, which you cannot buy this one anymore, which is going to bring me to another point later. And this one is called Pink Coral, and I bought a few skeins of that when it was on clearance. And it's being paired with this Karen 1-pounder in peach. So they go together really well. now you can, like I said, you cannot buy this anymore. It's completely out. They clearanced it out. And you know, Crystal at Back O'Day made a video a few days ago about going to Michael's and buying out all their latte cakes that were on sale, and she was knowing that she was going to get hit with some negative feedback about that. And I don't have an issue with her clearing them out, because you know what? I wish I had cleared Michael's out of this. But what I really wish I had cleared Michael's out of was this color. This was the Never Enough Kiwi. And yeah, perfect Grinch green. And I had a chance. When they still had it online, I could have bought some. And did I buy it? I did not. And now you can't find it anywhere. So, it doesn't matter. That's why I say I don't have a problem with Crystal buying whatever she can, as much as she wants, because when you can't find it, you just can't find it. So, take advantage of those clearance things. Don't feel guilty about it. You know, when Joann's had that big sale, I think it was it November or was it December, on the Big Twist yarn, and it was 4 for $5. I got a cartload of it, and I left some behind. Now, I don't feel guilty about leaving some behind. I just feel like I wish I'd gotten more, even though I had a cart full, which you can go back and look at one of my older videos and see. But I've lost my train of thought. Anyhow, when I went back the second time, mostly what they had was the peach and the orange. And, you know, I got a bunch of it. I got 12 more skeins, then it was all peach and orange. And I'm going to have kind of a hard time using that up, so I know I'm going to be giving some of that away. I've already found one place that's going to take some yarn. I'm going to send some of that to them. But don't feel guilty about going to a Michael's or Joann's and just wiping them out. Just clear out whatever they have on clearance. If you can afford it, if you have the room for it, just go for it. Don't make the mistake that I made and not order when you can. Yeah, don't do that. Now, I did order a ton of the Never Enough in beige and also in pink. So I have beige to last me for a long time. But I might pair, here's some of the beige, and I might just pair it with this and border all the squares with it, and then sew them together and do a border around the whole thing with beige. Heaven knows I have enough of it. Also the same with the pink. So I might, we'll just see. We'll see what color. I wish I had enough, but there's just no way to do them all in this green, but I need a couple skeins of it. And that also reminds me, somebody asked on my last video if the Never Enough was the same as the Cairn 1 pounders, and they are not. The Never Enough only has, well, it's only 14 ounces, and the 1 pounder is 16 ounces, obviously. The Cairn 1 pounder, let's see, how many yards does it have? Okay, hang on just a second while I find that information. Oh, seriously? You're making it that hard for me? Well, I can't find it, how many yards there are. But, okay, here's a 1 pounder. This is the Never Enough, the 14 ouncer, and it has 716 yards. Whoops, there we go. So you can just figure out a couple more ounces, I don't know, well over 800 yards maybe in a 1 pounder. The Karen Jumbo skeins do not have that much yardage. They have 595. And the Never Enough in the variegated have 601. Of course, you know, in the variegated, they don't have as much yardage. And these are only 12 ounces. So, just something to keep in mind. And I wanted to also show you, okay, let me get this out again. Okay, this was the fuchsia in the Never Enough skein. But this is the fuchsia in the value skein. Okay, big difference in color, just so you know. So, let me think if I have anything else. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. Oh, I know. I'm making some squares with this, and this is the Red Heart Icelandic. And so, I'll be doing a blue blanket made with this. This is my last bit of this, so I have to get some more. I had a jumbo skein. So, yeah, I'm just plowing through my yarn, and it's a little crazy around here right now. I'll be glad when I get the 3 jaded panels done. I'm just going to put them aside because I've got a niece who's expecting her first baby in April. I have 1 blanket made, but I need to make some other things to go with it. And then I have a couple friends whose birthdays in May, so I want to get their Afghans done. And I'll be working on the little jade appliques in the meantime. But anyhow, that's my crochet world this week. Hope you're all doing great. And remember, go get those clearance sales. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.